Hello to Chelsey Dee. How are you today?
Hi Ruben, I'm very well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you for taking me to chat to you today. So can you tell me roughly how long have you been a singer songwriter for?
Um, I've probably been writing songs since I was about 15, so about 2 years ago. But no, so nearly 20 years ago.
So what was it like when you first picked the guitar up when you was 15 years old?
Yeah, 15.
So was it easy to
Yeah,
learn the guitar then?
I always wanted to. Mm, no, I think I'm still learning now. I think every day is a learning day. Um, I When I learned to play the guitar, I wanted to play like Johnny Cash. So I listened to Johnny Cash and I watched Johnny Cash and I learned to play like him. Um, I've adapted over the years, but I still think there's an element of his playing in the way that I play.
So what was it like going to the recording studio to record your debut album called Dear Diary?
It was nerve wracking. I'd been in a studio before, but I'd obviously never recorded an album or anything like that. And I was very nervous. Um, the guys at the recording studio were really nice and they're really quite calming, settling, made it feel like home, which made the recording, a lot more at ease and yeah, homely. And I can't wait to do it again.
So, can more about your debut album, Dear Diary? Because I know it's in memory of your late dad. So, can you tell me more about the album and the tracks on there?
So the debut album, the title track, Dear Diary, the song within that, Dear Diary, I wrote for my father, my late father. A lot of the songs within the album I had wrote sort of 9, 10 years previous and never recorded. So it was nice to finally be able to record that and like, collaborate that all together. And yeah, I hope that he's proud.
So, can you tell me more about the Dear Diary track on that album?
So the the idea of Dear Diary, when my father passed, I was writing a journal, and I wrote in this journal daily, and I thought to myself, I'll look back in a year's time and I can see what I've been doing day by day and look at all the positive things. It's the first time I'd actually written a journal was last year, and I started in January last year, and he passed in March, and that's the last entry I wrote in that journal was the day that he passed. So the idea of Dear Diary, it was sort of that was the end of my journal.
So, what is it like to get that album out, being your debut album?
Loads of different emotions. I was excited. I was nervous, more so because there is such a different sorts of music within the album, different tastes, different styles of writing, which I wanted it to be. It was more nervous about how that would be perceived. Um, is it Americana? I hope it is. So many different styles of writing, and I hoped it would be um, accepted and liked by people, and I hoped that people would relate to maybe at least one song in the album as well.
So, can you tell me more about your latest Christmas single called "I Miss You, Merry Christmas"?
Yeah, so the Christmas single I actually wrote on Christmas Eve last year. Um, Wrote it in about an hour, give or take, and I decided this year that I really wanted to record and release the single because I hoped that it would mean something to people who could relate to that song. Christmas is a time for cheer, a time for celebration and joy, but it's also for, you know, everyone who has lost someone close to them in their lives. It can be quite a tearful and lonely and sad time of the year, Christmas, where it can be quite emotional.
So, are you be writing on any new music in the near future?
Sorry, Ruben, I lost you then.
Will you be working on any new music in the near future?
Absolutely. I've got about 4 songs in the writing at the moment, which I'm hoping to finish soon. I'm really hoping to release a second album around the same time as I released one this year. So hopefully around October time next year, I should have an album number 2. It's fingers crossed.
That's fingers crossed, all being well. So, can you tell me, what's it like being an independent artist for you?
I think being an independent artist is brilliant because you have complete control over everything. You have control over the songs that you sing, the places you play, artwork, your branding. Lots and lots of pros to being an independent artist. Obviously, the cons being that it is a lot of hard work because you're doing all that work yourself. Yeah, I think that there is more pros to cons in being an independent artist, but it does, you get out what you put in. I think it is hard work.
It's definitely a lot of hard work. So, finally, can you tell my listeners, where can I find you on your social media?
So I am on Facebook under Chelsey Dee. I do use Instagram under Chelsey Dee Music, although I'm not massively like technology mad, so I'm not great at using social media. I will post when I can, and when I know what I'm doing. And I also do have but I mainly use Facebook because I find it easier to navigate.
Thank you for letting me chat to you today.
Thank you for having me.
And I wish you a happy Christmas and happy New Year.
Wishing you a Merry Christmas and all the best for the new year. Thank you, Ruben.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.